I don't understand.
Okay, I think. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Excellent connection. We're live.
Okay,
We're live. We're live. We're live.
okay, okay. What was wrong before?
I have no idea, dude. I just restarted the
Okay,
computer.
okay, okay. So we're live now.
Yeah,
And you're
I mean,
sure about it?
YouTube is showing me that we're live. It's not showing me a picture. I don't see
Okay,
it.
okay. If it's
Uh,
telling you it's live, it must be live.
but it's telling me that it's live. So
Let's believe it. Let's trust it.
yes, we're live, dude. We're live. We're live. We're live. Hell yes. Hell yes. Finally,
Bye.
dude. Finally, we did it.
That was a big fight.
We did it, man. God damn.
Jeez,
That
how are
was
you?
rough. Man, I am
Let's
doing
get on track.
phenomenal. Let me
Why are
just
you doing phenomenal?
do this. Do this. Boom, boom. Let me just make sure the audio is good. Do this. The audio is great.
Okay,
All right. We're in.
great,
Awesome. How you doing, man?
great. How are you?
Oh, dude, I have actually quite a lot of stuff to talk about. It's been a while
Why are
since
you?
we had a conversation, right?
I don't think it's that been that long. Maybe a week or so.
No, dude, it's been longer than
Yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. I think week, maybe 9 days, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, not that
I
long.
think we skipped
Just
like two or three episodes,
possibly. Yeah,
from what I remember.
I think it's been like 9 days.
Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But yeah, in that time, a lot
Yeah,
has happened. But
tell me.
actually, also, we are live as well
Please be about it.
on Instagram.
Okay, great. That's nice.
Yeah, we're also live there.
That's good.
Boom. Phenomenal. So yeah, now we have two live chats. One
Okay,
from YouTube, one from Instagram. If something comes
perfect.
up, I'll read it. I don't know how I can send it, share it with you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get to that at a later date.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, my eyes will, go to the sides sometime just to make sure I'm not missing anything.
Okay,
Boom.
sure.
Oh, my sister just joined for no reason. But anyway, so yeah, I was telling you that I had a lot to talk about
Yeah. What do you have in mind?
since our last meeting,
Yeah.
and one of them was actually the experience of teaching live
Okay.
and kind of adapting or adapting to the new realities of the world, you know?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I feel like a lot of people our generation where we're kind of in the middle,
Yeah.
half old generation, we remember what life was like without the internet. We remember
Yeah.
how things were, but we also grew up with technology at the same
Yeah.
time. We
Mm-hmm.
I think we have the most resistance
Mm.
to adopting these new things like going live and doing, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand it. I don't really know why we do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Do you
Yeah.
feel
I know
like
what
you
you
have?
mean. I did
Do
that
you
with
feel like you have
TikTok,
that
for example.
resistance?
What?
Do you feel like you have that resistance to new tech?
Yeah. Like I never adopted TikTok, and I didn't even do Snapchat to be honest. So I'm like, but that was because I wanted to be in a digital detox because it was consuming my life. So to get
Actually,
back on.
when I did not, because I still don't have TikTok. I haven't
Yeah.
downloaded it. I
Yeah.
resisted. I'm
Me
like,
neither.
nah, fuck TikTok. I'm not touching it. I realized I'm like, oh, I'm becoming the boomer,
Yeah.
where I'm
Yeah.
kind of not accepting the move from Facebook to Instagram. And that's what happened with
Yeah.
boomers. They got it, they
Pretty
joined
much.
Facebook and they got stuck there.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
And
I got stuck on Instagram.
but I feel like I have to actively like force myself. to use these technologies, to use these new things. You know, like I
Yeah.
have a student
Uh-huh.
who's like, I would say, I don't know, 17 or 18,
Mhm.
and I was asking him about like what kind of things he uses. He's like, he barely uses Instagram. He's like, Instagram is for more older people. He
Yeah.
only uses TikTok.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god,
That's
like
true.
Facebook is
No.
now completely
Oh.
gone, but
Yeah.
Instagram is becoming the new Facebook to
Yeah.
kids. And I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I need to be on this shit. I need to be, you know, in that new stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I feel like it's kind of it's still hard. Like I don't use TikTok. I still resist it.
Yeah. I don't want to. I don't want to.
But
I mean, I
here's the
feel like
question for
our
you though.
history.
Here's the question
Yeah.
for you. What would make you join a new social media? What would make you go and like join something?
Great question. Um, I think something that is less filtered, but not something that is like super dopamine rushing, like TikTok. So there's an app called Be Real. Do you know about it?
Oh yeah, I heard about it, but it
Yeah.
failed, no?
No, I think it's rising up. I'm not sure if it's still yet,
I thought it
but there
failed.
are. No, I think it's like on its rise. It's not mainstream yet though. But it's not mainstream. And I like the idea of that. I like Snapchat too, the idea of Snapchat, but they have kind of really like formed feeds, and the problem with social media now is that it's so geared towards excessive consumption that even if you want to adopt a new one, you're like, I already
It's
have
too
like
much.
four
It's too
apps.
much of
Yeah,
an
yeah.
investment. Yeah.
I have 4 or 5 apps that I use already, and I waste like a couple of hours a day in that. I don't want another time waster, you know?
But actually, this is the thing about it is that with new technology, in the past, people were excited about it. They're like, we want
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
I when I
yeah.
was a kid, I'm like, I cannot wait to get a new phone. And when I got a new
Yeah,
phone and then the smartphone came, I'm like, I cannot wait to get the smartphone. Social
yeah, yeah,
media and all that. But then people started kind of becoming less excited
yeah.
about social
Hmm.
media or less excited about
Yeah.
new stuff.
Hmm.
Like right now, for example, VR is, I would say,
Mm.
AR and VR are like the new thing. But when you
Thing.
ask people about it, like, ugh, no, dude, I just want to go out. I want to see nature. I want to
Exactly.
relax.
Yeah.
And there's this strange shift where people are now moving away from technology, and that's the
Hmm.
desired thing. Not like, oh, technology is exciting, we want that. So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah,
like it's becoming hated more,
very much. Hmm.
but we're still like we're more like we're dragged into it more and more, but we
Exactly.
hate it, but we cannot leave,
Yeah.
cannot get out.
I mean, it's become addictive. It's not this thing that enhances our lives anymore. It is a thing that kind of takes away from our life. And not that all technology is like that, right? We have a lot of apps and all that ones that are very useful. But for most people, people are spending 8, 9, 10 hours a day. Like screen time are like really high. So imagine like you sleep for 8 hours, okay, and you work for 8 hours or 7 hours, and the rest of the time people are
You're on
literally
your
spending
phone,
it
yeah.
all. Yeah, it's it's
I
it's
read that it
eating
was like
up.
6 hours on average in the states,
It
and in
really
some other
depends
countries it's like
on the
I
situation.
think the highest was South Africa, which is like on
Oh,
average
yeah,
9
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
average, which is crazy.
It's pretty normal. Um, I remember like my sister once. I was like, "How about you check your?" We were talking about the same thing, and we are like, she's like, "No, I don't use it that much. I use it. I don't use it that much." I was like, "How about you check your screen time?" And you can check your screen time.
Well, that app.
She, she checked it, and it was like 11 hours. She's a working woman, okay? 11 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours. It's like, oh my god, like
But I mean, a lot of
crazy.
people use it like on the side, you know, like the comfort
Yeah,
thing where you turn on
exactly.
like Netflix or YouTube
Yeah,
and you just leave it in the background and you don't
no, yeah,
really focus on it.
yeah. I
Maybe
mean, if you
that's.
do it that way,
I
where
mean,
like you
12
just
hours, it's impossible. How can you do that?
no, it's very possible. I have
How?
also done- people do that. 12
Really?
hours. Just consuming, short form, long form. everything we need. So that's the problem, that people feel like technology has, it's not that they're consuming technology, it's like technology is consuming them. And now they want to go back. And even, there's like rising trend amongst Gen Z that they want to, you know, quit it or have, those dumb phones. Do you know that?
Uh-huh. Like
Dumb phones.
the social media themselves.
Yeah. These social media themselves. Even when I was in Bilkent, there was a trend. Like people were starting to do it at the time.
I mean, this is the interesting thing is that this has been predicted, and this is actually the article that I read last time.
Uh-huh.
It was from Alan Watts's book,
Mm,
and he was talking about how our culture is built in a way where it's kind of pushing us towards pleasure,
mm,
where we
mm-hmm.
are in a pleasure-seeking culture, and
Yeah.
we have two
Consumption.
options. It will either collapse
Mm,
or it will succeed and we will end up in this dystopian reality where we're like so consumed
yeah.
that we kind of are pleasing ourselves or pleasuring ourselves nonstop until
Mm,
we fry our brains basically. And it's
yeah.
weird because the guy fucking wrote this in like the 60s or the 50s, you know?
Yeah. People
And
haven't
it
talked
all
about this
happened.
for a long time.
It
Yeah.
literally all happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I don't think we are realizing how much of a dystopia it is.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
always try to kind of give myself the other side of like,
Mm,
yes, it has a lot of bad sides, but I mean, come on, like we're literally live right now on social media.
yeah.
A lot of our work is using the internet. A lot of the information we consume is on the internet. So I feel like it is bad, but it has allowed a lot of people. Like there's this guy that I watch on Instagram. He's I think Vietnamese guy.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes on like records some shorts of himself singing some dumb thing,
Mm,
barely knows English, but he does it in such a funny way, and he has
mm-hmm.
thousands of followers. I think hundreds of thousands of followers, and he
Mm-hmm.
has a really good life because of it. He does like this
Yeah.
cameo thing where they pay him like $100 to sing a
Mm-hmm.
song for someone for their birthday,
Yeah.
and he's supporting himself fully through that. This guy without social media is a farmer. He's doing nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, kinda,
Mm,
like kinda,
yeah.
it's really good for him.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think of internet as an extremely yang tool. And the thing with
By the way,
yang is,
you need to explain what that is. The yang ying. When you
oh,
say it, what do you mean by it?
well, it's a very deep philosophy, but if we were to just, kind of condense things for now, I mean, you can imagine yang as high energy or extreme or masculine, whatever way you want to conceptualize it, and
Mm-hmm.
yin as feminine or low energy. And yin is not a bad thing, by the way, it's a very good thing. Like nature, for example, going on a walk on nature is a yin thing, whereas playing a video game is a very yang thing. And just because something is yin or yang doesn't make it good or bad. But it's just that yang, things that are very yang, they're associated with element of fire, right? So if you play with fire, fire is a great tool, but it can get out of hand very easily. It's just one of those things, and you have to be careful with yang. A lot of tools that are very yang, even drugs, for example, psychedelics, um, fame, money. These
But
are,
what are the things that would make you categorize a thing as a yin or yang? What do you look at?
I think intensity is the main thing that I look at. This is a very deep philosophy, but it's to understand it's like something that's at high intensity is definitely yang category.
And low intensity is yin. It's just
Yin
intensity.
category.
It's just an intensity game.
Sort of, yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
But if you look into the philosophy on yin and yang, I mean, it's a very deep philosophy. But you kind of, you know, take
I
it.
mean, no. What I'm talking about, of course, like yeah, the idea of like yin yang, this and that.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
it's a
very
lot.
deep. But no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just talking about like when you describe an activity as, oh, this is a yin activity or this is a yang
yeah,
activity. That's kind of the thing
yeah,
that I was asking about
yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
I remember the other time when we were talking and you told me that you consider like video games as a yin, oh, sorry,
No, yeah,
yang activity. It's
shadow.
not a thing to relax you. It's a thing to stress you out because you
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
it's stim- yeah, it's very
it's
stimulating.
stimulating. It's not relaxing. That kind of stuck with me whenever I play now.
Mm.
It's pretty. I feel it.
Yeah,
I'm in
yeah,
it. I'm tense up.
yeah.
I'm tense
Adrenaline
up.
and you're focused and you're like immersed. It's exhilarating.
Totally, totally.
Yeah,
But I really feel like the release kind of the thing that where you get squeezed and release, they kind of related to each other.
yeah.
And I think we kind of operate where if you don't have a lot of release, you kind of have to squeeze to release, if that makes sense. So maybe
Something like
people seeking these stimulations or these like
that.
hyper things like social media or intense sports or whatever uh, are seeking the relaxation that happens after it.
Yeah,
You
mhm.
know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I
Oh
agree
damn!
with you.
God damn it! One of my students texted. Hey man, good to see you too, dude. It's been a while. It's been a minute. We should, man, 100% talk. Wait, I can't hear
Do you have
you.
a class with it?
Yeah. We used to have lessons together a while ago, and then we stopped, and he just said hi. But yeah, where were we? Um, God damn, my trail of thought kind of got interrupted.
So yeah, we're talking about yin and yang, and you were saying that yang is I mean, for example, social media or video
Oh yeah,
games.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember.
It's a good thing because it
Like
kind of
running,
you
for example,
yeah running
right? You run because after you finish running, it feels great.
exactly yeah totally, and it's a very
You
yang
feel
activity.
relaxing. It
Yeah,
is yang, but after it,
yeah,
after exercise, after sports,
you
the
feel
level
amazing.
of relaxation you get is
Yeah,
more elevated.
yeah, but there's a bit of a difference between something like social media versus something like running, where running is a very embodied experience, right? You you're using your muscles, you're burning through calories, and your body literally after run, it goes into parasympathetic nervous system, which is your rest and digest, which is why you feel so calm. With social media, for example, it is a very um, chronically stimulating activity. Let's say you're
It's like a
watching
loop.
shorts, right? It's loopy, it fragments your thoughts, and it generates a lot of thoughts and ideas. It's like ADHD, it literally
Mm-hmm.
induces an ADHD like thing. So it's not usually after social media. It's rare that you feel relaxed. Most people that I know and that people talk about, they kind of get a headache even after watching a lot of shorts. They feel very hyperstimulated, um, and there's a bit of a difference, I would say, amongst
I
the two.
mean, I think it's like fast food, maybe,
Exactly, or
right?
like a
Because
dog.
with fast food, you eat, and after a while, you don't feel satisfied.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like actually 2 days
yeah,
ago, man. 2 days ago or yesterday? Yesterday, actually, dude. I ate like a fried chicken sandwich.
yeah. Mhm.
It was the worst thing I've ever done. I felt so bad afterwards. I don't know
Yeah,
if
it
the
feels really
oil
bad.
was bad or something was bad about it.
No, it
I
does.
felt
Yeah,
terrible. I
yeah,
just laid
yeah.
in bed. My stomach was heavy. I felt like shit. It
Exactly.
was awful. And
Yeah.
I feel like with uh, healthy food, for example, today I kind of made up with it with like a really healthy meal. You don't have to eat a lot, but you feel satisfied. You feel satiated.
Yeah.
And I think those exercise, like the comparison between that and exercise, is kind of the same.
Yeah.
Where video games or social media are this kind of fake stimulation, where
Yeah.
you don't really earn that kind of
Hmm.
stimulation. It's very direct. It's very easy to obtain, so you don't feel satisfied, and you want
Yeah.
more.
Yeah. It
Actually, same
doesn't. It
thing with
doesn't really.
porn and normal sex.
Nah, pretty much.
Same shit.
It's no. I mean, let's see. Okay. Okay. Interesting examples of sex and porn. Right. If you have sex, right,
You don't touch porn
it's
normally.
like it's an embodied experience. Sex is great. It energizes you and it relaxes you, and it's a bonding experience as well. There's oxytocin, there's serotonin, it's dopamine. After orgasm, you cuddle, whatever you do, you feel good. compare that to porn, where it's like one thing after the other. Like, oh, I don't like this. Like, let me
Ding ding
watch
ding
another
ding
video.
ding ding
A
ding ding.
new
Yeah.
fantasy, like a more,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like you're like edging, or edging is a big part of pornography. And it's very
Yeah.
distant body. It's literally in the head, right? Like it's like stimulating your mind, but it's really not stimulating your body except for like your shoulder and your penis.
I think it's more the context.
Context, yeah,
You
that's
know,
also
like when you feel guilty about something, or when you feel this connection with a person, and you have these hormones or you have these chemicals, it feels great. It feels good, but
yeah.
you kind of understand it in a context. You
Hmm.
know, like for
Yeah.
example, uh, the high people get when they win. You know,
Mm.
you ran a marathon, for example, and you worked really really hard, and then you hit the finish line and you feel amazing. You know, you
Mm.
feel genuinely high.
Hmm.
But if you take drugs, probably you feel the same way. You feel this
Yeah.
like amazing high, but that
Hmm.
high makes you feel guilty. You feel bad about it.
Yeah.
But the high from a marathon kind of is justified with the context that
Hmm.
I've spent a lot of time, a lot of effort to finish the marathon, and I deserve this high. I deserve
Yeah.
to feel good. But with porn or with drugs, you feel like you don't deserve it. The
Yeah.
context
You
around
don't
it is
feel that.
bad.
Yeah.
You see
You
what I
haven't
mean?
worked hard for it.
You haven't
Absolutely.
worked hard for it. You haven't
Yeah.
earned it.
You haven't done anything for it. Whereas, like, think of it like this: if porn was something that we had to like put effort into getting, maybe it would be a little better. You know what I mean?
Like going through what, like some puzzles
I don't know. Some no, like some effort, at least some physical kind of. Like you have to run 2 kilometers.
to watch porn, run
Maybe,
2K.
yeah.
To
The other
oh
thing
my god, you have a
about
fitness
these things,
tracker with a porn app.
yeah, yeah. The other thing with these, well, running, right? Like, I mean, you can get addicted to running, but it's pretty hard to get addicted to running, right? Like
Hmm.
usually people struggle with just running, let alone like being addicted to running. And so, but with let's say you're playing some running game, Temple Run, or some new, I don't know, games, some old, some games like you can just play it and play it and play it, and it just puts you this consumption war where it's like keep on going on and on and on. There's also like a difference between the two where one is like it satisfies you, you run a while and it's like okay, I'm done. The other one is like I want one more, one more.
Hmm.
That's also
I feel like with these kinds of activities, uh, it's really hard to stick to them
yeah,
because we um, how do I say, we kind of adult mode through them. You know, like oh
yeah,
I have to eat healthy because it's good for me, and it's important and blah blah blah. I have
yeah.
to do this that that.
Mm.
And I feel like that's when it becomes kind of something you don't want to do.
It
And
does,
I
yeah.
noticed people who do run or exercise or do anything consistently, there is another thing that attracts them to it. Like I know a guy who's a surfer who travels around Turkey with a bunch of other people to surf, you know? And he loves it. And he does it all the time, but he never does it alone. It's always
Mm.
with a bunch of people that he's known
Mm.
for a very long time, and they all just go
Yeah,
together and surf and just have a
yeah,
blast. And I think that social element of like we're together, we're hanging out, we're a group.
yeah,
I think that's what kind of makes it easier to do, or makes it more of a
yeah,
habit. You know.
yeah, yeah, definitely. It's
Actually,
much more fun.
my girlfriend recently started reading what's the book called? Atomic Habits.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, she is in love with it. She's
It's a really good
in
book.
love
Yeah,
with the book.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
one of the most things about it. Like she's thinking
Mm-hmm.
about in terms of because she was like, I have to person. I
Mm.
have to do this. I have to do that. I don't like it, but I have to do it. And now she's changing her approach. She's like, I get to do this, or I
Yeah,
want to do this, or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah.
Wait 1 second. Of course, man. Anytime. I'm at uni right now, so I can't really hear anything. But have a nice day, guys. Yeah. Okay. Thanks, man. You can't hear anything, so have a nice day too. Um, but yeah, she's completely switching her mindset around it,
Mhm.
and she said something actually from the book that for some reason, I completely forgot about, and I'd love to know what you think about it. It's identity building through
Yeah,
habit. Is
yeah,
that to see the things we do not as means to an end? Like I don't exercise to have a good body, but to build an identity where I exercise to become the kind of person who exercises, to become a fit
yeah,
person. And I everything I do is just to build that identity. The
yeah.
results are irrelevant. Because if I
Irrelevant.
have the identity, I will have the results.
Absolutely. Mhm.
What do you think about that? And why would we
Yeah,
never
yeah,
talk about
that's
that? We always talk about tactics. We're
you were
like,
never into it. You were like dismissive of atomic habits for a very long time.
I'm dismissive of tactics, of like, oh, start small and slowly build
Well,
up.
that's
And
how you build identity, actually.
but when you
That's
put it
how.
in that context of like,
Yeah,
you're actually building an identity, you're not
yeah, yeah.
building a habit to achieve a goal.
No, yeah,
That
no.
changes things.
We've had this conversation before. So essentially, not that I'm blaming you for it.
Hmm.
Like, but it's like you were in a very yang mode, like David Goggins, and I was in a very yin mode. And this is a very yin philosophy. If you look at it, very yin,
Hmm.
and it tries to it becomes yang over time, but it's super yin. So he says like, okay, well, instead of going to the gym for like 3 weeks and then leaving it like you always do, how about you think the moment I wake up, I'm gonna do 3 push-ups, like the barest smallest thing. It's not gonna change your body at all. It's not gonna do anything, but it's so small that you could never say no to it. It's like,
Hmm.
how the fuck can I not just do 3 push-ups, right? The point of those 3 push-ups is not to say that I'm gonna have a good body. It's to literally everyday exercise, and that builds your identity. It literally, if you exercise for like if you do 3 push-ups for a whole year, it's like you're the guy who exercised. That's literally your identity.
Hmm.
And then you can like do 10 push-ups, or like you can scale it up from there because you have developed consistency. So like very, very good stuff. But yeah, I think it's really good. I think it helped me out as well a lot.
So yeah, actually now I'm thinking about it in terms of like that everything you do
Mm,
matters.
yeah.
That no matter what it is that you're doing, you are building an identity around that thing.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
whether it's a podcast, exercise, eating healthy, eating unhealthy,
Yeah.
watching Netflix, whatever
Mm,
you're doing is kind of pushing you towards that identity a little bit.
absolutely. Yeah.
And it kind of gets you a bit OCD about it. At least it gets me. I'm like, wait a minute.
Uh, yeah.
What am I creating here? What am I creating there? What kind of thing I want to create? I'm now a coffee drinker. Do I want to be that? Like,
Well, you don't usually want to. That in the book, you should read the book. You would like it. So he does talk about these things like you don't want to change everything like at once, right? You don't want to spend 3 days like making the perfect choices because that's like it's fucking retarded and it's gonna
mhm,
fuck you up. And what you want to do is like just focus on what he calls keystone habits. So a few habits that kind of anchor you. So don't try to change your diet and your meditation habit and your exercise habit and your work habits and I don't know what else you have. But like start really small and think of it like this: like, what is the one thing that really anchors you in a day, or two things that really anchor you in a day? Start with that, and let's say for a lot of people, meditation is like that, right? So start small with meditation and grow that thing. Or exercise is a very common one. What else? Fasting, intermittent fasting is a very common one. I mean, there are just so many different things. But like again,
it's
in
like
the book is super easy. Yeah,
anchors.
something
Hmm.
one thing that anchors you, and then don't expect quick results. It's gonna come in years. That's why he talks about compound interest. Like, has your girlfriend talked about that?
I think
Um,
so. Yeah, that like after a certain time, things compound and
yeah, yeah, the
grow. Yeah,
compound. But in the
exponentially.
beginning, yeah, exactly. It just those healthy habits and all those things. They take a life of their own. They compound, but it takes a while. It can take years, but it lasts That's the benefit of it. As opposed to, going to the gym for 3 weeks and then leaving it every January, which everybody does, literally.
I mean,
So,
I think the reason it's hard is because it sucks, to be very honest.
yeah,
Like,
very much.
the truth of it, if exercise were easy, everyone
Yeah,
would be doing it.
everyone. Mhm,
But it's not. And that's why not everyone does it. And I
mhm.
feel like a lot of the times, people who um, stick to it are finding different ways to do that. Like they're not just sticking with it because, oh, I want to exercise and I want to be healthy, but they build
Yeah.
a community around it. They go with other people who also go, and like I know actually the most jacked person I know, like he takes steroids and everything. He
Mm.
goes every day to the gym because there are like a bunch of people there. He knows everyone at the gym,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
just goes there. It's his place, you know. It's where he feels the best.
yeah.
And to that person, it's easy to go. It's
Hmm.
easy because he wants to go. He cannot not go, you know?
Yeah,
And I,
yeah,
I really feel like this kind of thing is what makes it easy to do these things, where you build
absolutely.
your identity around the things or around the people maybe that you hang out with, the people
Yeah,
that you see. So I,
yeah.
I really now think about it in terms of finding people who are doing the things that you want to do and do
Hmm.
those.
Yeah.
So recently, actually, I wanted to join like a hiking group,
Hmm.
uh, simply because of that kind of activity-based thinking that they have. I
Yeah,
want to be more active, you know.
yeah.
Do
That's
you have? Do
nice.
you actually have any kind of community of people that you
Yeah.
do things
So,
with?
yeah, I mean, even in Atomic Habits, he talked about this thing, like using social anchors. That's like, he says that is the number one way to build a habit, the number one. But not everyone has the luxury to do it, and I didn't. So, because I had a shoulder issue, I had to, for like about a year or two, I had to like do very yin exercises and yoga and stuff like that. So that I used that for building my habit. Now I do go to my sports complex. I started taking classes in three different gyms with three different trainers. But I guess I didn't vibe with the community, so that wasn't a big thing. But I did build my habits kind of solo, so you can do that too.
And would
Because
you
not,
say right now you have them? You have them
yeah,
dialed down?
oh yeah, I do some movement every day, and it can be dance, it can be yoga, it can be swimming, gym, or all like combination, tennis. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
I do something almost every day.
So
Um,
the habit is just being active.
yeah, but I don't. Yeah, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because it's like part of my identity now. You know what I mean?
To just be active and just run around. You mean?
I just have to. It's like it feels like shit, and I really want to do
I mean,
it.
for me, I use anchor
Yeah,
habits, for example, with something like walking my dog. Because I have to
yeah,
walk her every time, it's
yeah.
very
That's a good idea.
easy for me to just run, a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, so that kind of really helps. It makes it easy.
Yes. Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, to me, I feel like the social element is what
Yeah,
kind of makes it, really, really good.
yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like now that I've been going out a lot and meeting a bunch of people, I've been noticing some things
Hmm.
about how people talk and how people communicate.
Hmm.
Uh, and I'm starting to see people be more. Uh, you know how because everyone is in their own like bubble.
Yeah,
For example, if you're into art, you're in your bubble art, like art
yeah,
bubble,
yeah,
or if you're into whatever. And when people meet in real life, even though they live in the same city, they live in the same place, they don't have a lot of shared environment or
yeah.
shared headspace or whatever.
Hmm.
I don't know, the weather maybe,
Third
prices,
spaces. Yeah.
stuff like that are things that you can talk about, but interests and things you think about or things you care about are no longer determined by your environment. So it has become a lot harder for people to connect to each other. You see what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And to me, that's one of those things that I look at and I'm like, what do you do about that? How do you kind of build a community with people that are kind of distant?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think we had a slightly similar conversation. We were talking about how we don't have structures anymore. So if you were in school, I mean,
Oh
there was
yeah,
some
no
club.
institution. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, there's
yeah.
an institution. And if you're in school, I mean, or, you had like some kind of a club or some sports team, right? Sports team is a big way to meet people. So that doesn't exist anymore once you're graduated. After graduation, it's like you have to do the shit on your own. You have to learn how to make friends. You have to learn how to socialize. You have to learn your hobbies outside of work. And so it's like a whole. It becomes work itself. So
To
it's a
find
funny
friends, you
thing.
mean?
Finding friends, finding activities that you like, because there's no school that you can go to which has, a swimming club. So you have to, go to a swimming club yourself, drive there. And,
You're not
you know,
pushed by your parents, you mean?
no, not even pushed by your parents, but not even pushed by your routine, right? So when you're in school, you're going there every single day. It really anchors you. And
But I
if
mean,
there's a
but
swimming
no
club or a
one wants
debating,
to. Did you want to go to school every single day when you were a kid?
no, but like it was a necessity, right?
It was kind of forced,
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah,
right? Like your
yeah,
parents are the ones who were like, "Yeah, go, you have to." They're like,
yeah,
"Mom, no, I
yeah,
just want to stay at home. I want to sleep."
yeah.
So I
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
like it's something that is not is not desired. We don't want to do
Mm,
it. We just want to
mm,
chill. We want to sleep. We want to relax. We want to stay at home. But
mm,
because our parents were forcing us to go, kind of
mm.
had to go. And okay, I'm already in the classroom. There's this
Yeah,
guy sitting next to me. Hi. And then I kind
yeah,
of become friends with them, you know?
exactly. Hmm.
So
Yeah,
there is that element of being pushed that we kind of grew up with, and
you're
now no
right.
one is pushing.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, then I'll just stay at
What do I
home
do?
and relax and
Exactly.
watch Netflix and,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
just take
That's
my
a good
time
point.
with it. So,
Yeah, and then we have all these like other alternatives to entertainment, right? So we don't have to go to the gym or go for swimming or go for tennis. We can just watch Netflix because that's entertaining. So people are filling up their time with virtual entertainment as opposed to like communal
because
and
it's
physical entertainment.
easier. It's
It's
so
so
much
much
easier, man. You just swipe, click,
there,
done. You're
right?
in. Yeah, you're in it. So I
You can
mean,
watch absolutely anything, and yeah, but then there's a cost to that. The cost being that you've spent that way for years, and you have no friends or you have no activities that you do. It's like, oh shit, like how do I discover those um,
I mean,
activities?
it's not only yeah, 100% has a price and it's terrible. It sucks. But I told you the other time about like when I sat in a table, like when I went and met a bunch of people, and after
Mhm.
we finished from one bar, we said, hey, let's go like sit in one bar in another bar
Mhm.
together. And I was sitting with them, and somehow the topic of divorce got brought up,
Mhm.
and one girl said she was divorced. And then the other guy said, yeah, me too, me too, me too. And literally everyone who was sitting on the table except me said they were divorced. And
Yeah,
it blew my mind. I was like,
yeah,
wait, what? All of you? And
yeah.
and I got really curious. I'm like, what happened? Like, how can this just be? And they were like, well, you know, you just don't, you end up not liking the person anymore.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's because of this online hyper personalized
Ah,
thing
yeah.
where just because you're watching things on, so like for example, when I grab my girlfriend's Instagram and I check it, it's weird, man. Like
Yeah.
makeup, some random girls sharing like skincare routine and
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that. When you open my
Fashion.
Instagram, it's a completely different, like it's memes, some funny stuff, barely
David
anything.
Goggins.
David Goggins, yeah, inspirational shit. And if you're spending 6 hours a day on that,
Yeah.
and I'm spending 6 hours a day on the other thing, then we're occupying completely different spaces. So when we come together and sit down, we have literally nothing to talk about.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, yeah.
So I feel like that social media has also played a role in people like going
Mm,
apart instead of,
I
coming
agree.
together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, everyone is so deep in their hyper personalized interests. Hyper personalized, right?
But what would you
So
say
these
what would you say
days,
the algorithm is pushing onto you right now, for example?
oh, like literally,
Oh,
um, I on Instagram, let me check. It's probably memes, but I just don't use it that much.
come
Oh
on.
yeah, it's AI memes, Jesus memes.
What? AI Jesus memes?
Have you seen that? People making AI versions
Oh
of
yeah,
Jesus
yeah, yeah,
walking
Sora,
on
yeah.
water, Sora.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, this AI video stuff is insane.
It's so good, but it's so dangerous. Oh my god, it's so dangerous.
Right now, I think the family of what's his name, Martin Luther King, came out and sued OpenAI because people are making videos of Martin Luther King saying some dumb shit.
Oh
It's
my god.
crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
People are doing
crazy.
this with Hitler, and have you seen Jake Paul's AI videos?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're so
Actually,
good.
he's very smart because he manually opened it for people to be
Yeah, yeah,
able
yeah,
to
yeah,
use his likeness, and everyone is using it for a bunch of shit. He's
yeah.
praying, he's
He's a
joining,
drag queen.
he's everything.
Yeah.
Actually, have you downloaded that app? I heard a lot about it,
Sora,
but I haven't
Sora,
downloaded. Yeah, it's like they're making kind of like a social media app with it.
really?
Wait, let me see.
That's interesting.
Yeah, there it
So
is. It's like a social media platform similar to like TikTok or something.
right. So I have a new technology to tell you, by the way.
You have what?
A new technology to tell you about,
What?
like a new social media kind of. So I have a friend who has a 12-year-old sister, and she is obsessed with character AI. And I
In
asked
today's
her about
video,
it,
I'm going to be giving
and
you a
Oh.
I'm
bunch
like,
of camera
"Why are you using
masks,
it that
and they
much?" It's like everybody in my school is obsessed. Like Gen Alpha is full on in character AI. So it's like, do
Character AI.
you know about it?
I 100% know about it. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So there are like millions of characters. I mean, you can talk to Taylor Swift. You can talk to, I don't know, Kim Kardashian.
Damn.
You can
I
talk
mean,
to
for
Kanye
old people,
West.
maybe it can work, but for young ones, I think it's a little bit dangerous.
Exactly. Yeah, it's very addictive. Like people are using it and talking to their fantasy characters like they're talking to a friend. It's very intimate. And they also have like
Oh my, you sure you
weird
problems with like,
not problems necessarily. Like for example, they made like I was looking at a thing that they were talking about. They were like role play character AIs, and I'm like, I'm a dominant, silent guy, that archetype, or like a
mm,
submissive feminine woman. I mean, that's just an example, but there's so many different kinds of this
us, and
that
you
people
can go
talk.
in and choose who you want to talk to.
Choose who you want to
That
talk
sounds
to,
like
or
fun.
yeah, it's fun.
It
I'm
sounds
sure.
like it. Especially with
I,
someone who's terminally online, it can
yeah,
be. It sounds fun to just go in and talk to someone where you
mm,
have like zero social consequences. You can say
yeah,
whatever the hell
yeah.
you want and
True.
see
I agree.
what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
But damn, man, when people get too comfortable with that and ignore like actual people, actual humans,
Yeah,
that's when I think it kind of gets a bit tricky, a bit shoddy.
definitely.
But
Yeah,
man, I think and this is the last thing. I think we. By the way, we've had around 15, 16, we have like 20, 25, 30 people stopped by. So it's pretty
oh,
good.
are they still stopping by or did they leave?
They come and go. Some of them
Okay,
come,
yeah, yeah,
stay.
yeah.
Some of them
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Some of them come
Okay,
back. But
fair enough.
uh, I really think that what we should do
Hmm.
is we should choose the timing, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah.
the last couple of times I did them in more like US peak time, around
Hmm.
like I would say 2, 3 a.m. my time.
Hmm.
Way more. It was
Mm.
way more active. So we need to choose a time, and we need
Okay.
to stick to that time
Okay.
because the time I think is super super important. And
Mm.
clips, we need to clip the hell out of this. You know,
Yeah.
clip them, post them, clip them, post them, and it kind of becomes a feedback loop.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, one would be a good time. Actually, let me just end the stream. 4:30. Oh, we did like an hour and a bit.
Yeah.